Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I just want to say thank God for another day and another opportunity. Now, as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I got a very special post-score build in store for y'all today. Now, I'm going to go ahead and call this build the two-way post playmaker, and for those of y'all who know, this is a build from past 2Ks. We actually don't have it this year, but this year it's actually going to come out to be called a two-way inside the arc score. Now, I made this build exactly to be like a two-way post playmaker. We're definitely going to be able to post up on the inside, shoot, dribble, as well as play some elite defense. So again, look, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family. And I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and smashed that like button. But be sure to go ahead and comment down TG for thank God, as well as where you're tuning in from watching today. And I most definitely will be hitting y'all back with the response. Now with this build, I'm telling y'all, even though we get a different build name from what it comes out to be of previous years, this is definitely going to be called the two-way post playmaker in my book. Now, even though we're actually not able to get the two-way post playmaker build name, I'm telling y'all, if you know about this build from previous years, the way that I'm making it today out of the two-way inside the arc score, it's definitely going to be the best replicated build of the two-way post playmaker. Now with this one, we're going to be able to get sharpshooting takeover, rim protecting, playmaking, as well as the post scoring. So from here, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of this build. And there's going to be a lot of special things that goes into it. The first is that we got to go ahead and make it out of the center position. Now when it comes down to the body settings, we have to make this build at the height of 6'11". For the weight, go with 252, and then for the wingspan, put this to 7'9" with the body shape of builds, and we're going to be all set to go. Now if you want to make any adjustments towards that area, you can do so now, but from here let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the physicals. So when it comes down to the speed, I'm going to go 71, 63 acceleration, 80 strength, 77 vertical, with a 90 stamina. Now from here, I'm telling y'all, if you want to make adjustments towards this area, you can do so. But if you have the gym rat badge or do your Gatorade facility workouts, your speed will be a 75, acceleration up to a 67, 84 strength, 81 vertical, with a 94 stamina. Now with these numbers, I'm pretty happy. Now from here, let's go ahead and check out the finishing. Now right here, we get a total of 22 finishing badges, 75 for the close shot, 66 driving layup, 86 driving dunk, 84 standing dunk, with an 87 post control. Now with these 22 badges, we get Hall of Fame post spin technician, dream shake drop stepper, and back down punisher. Now I also do like giant slayer, pro touch, and limitless takeoff. Now for the silver tiers, we get slithery, fearless finisher, posterizer, and even rise up and fast twitch with masher. And for the bronze badges, we're still able to get bully as well as acrobat. Now this is going to set us up when it comes down to the finishing and the inside. From here, let's go ahead and check out the playmaking. So we get 13 badges. For the pass accuracy, I'm going to go 75, 70 ball handle with a 62 speed with the ball. Now we're going to be able to get climb breaker, handles for days, mismatch expert, and bailout. Other badges that I'm looking at, vice grip, silver quick first step, and then we're also able to get unpluckable if you do decide to throw extra badges into this area. Now that's going to set us up when it comes down to the playmaking end. We're still going to be able to dribble as well as get contact dunks and finish on the inside. Now let's get into the shooting. So we get 20 badges, and as you can see for the Hall of Fame, Mini Magician, Slippery Off-Ball, Space Creator. We also get Volume Shooter, Comeback Kid, and Clutch Shooter. Now I do like the fact that we get Agent 3 and Amped on Gold. And then when it comes down to this next area, Green Machine, Guard Up, and Claymore, and even Blinders on Silver. And then for Tier 3, we also are able to still maintain Bronze Limitless range. Now with these 20 badges, look, I think this sets us up perfectly. Now if you want to raise your 3-pointer, you can do so, but I'm telling y'all, I think keeping it at 76 is going to be the best. Now when it comes down to the free throw, if you do end up buying boost as well as activate your takeover, you're going to be able to get this into the 80s, so I think this is perfect to take into any game mode, especially when it comes down to 5v5. But from here, let's go ahead and finish it up with the defense. Now we get 21 badges, and for the interior, I'm going to go 95, 71 perimeter, 47 steal, 80 block, 50 offensive rebound with an 85 defensive. Now for tier 1, we get challenger, glove, and interceptor. We're also able to maintain off-ball pass and workhorse in Hall of Fame. Now for tier 2, we're also able to get Hall of Fame post lockdown, and then gold rebound chaser and box out beast. Now for tier 3, I'm happy that we still get anchor and rebound chaser on silver. And this is pretty much what we're going to look like when it comes down to the badge count. Now before you add any extra badges towards this build, we're going to be able to get up to 76 badges. Now depending on how many seasons that you grind out, as well as the 4 from my career, you have the potential to get up to at least 80 plus badges. Now this is what the build is going to be looking like, so if you want to make adjustments, do it after we create it together. But with these takeovers, we get the sharpshooting, playmaking, rim protecting, and then the post scoring. Now with all this taken into account, we do have the potential of a 99 plus standing dunk, post control, mid-range interior defense, as well as a defensive rebound. Now if you want to get the most out of the playmaking, the first takeover that I would definitely pick in order to speed boost, it's honestly going to be team badge boost or team takeover boost. Now you could even go with the ratings, but I'm telling y'all, it all comes down to preference. As long as you get that playmaking takeover, it's going to give you that plus 10 towards your playmaking attributes, which will definitely allow us to speed boost. Now for the second takeover, I would consider limitless range, or you could even go ahead and pick one of the post scoring. Now if you go with the playmaking and post scoring takeover, it's really going to remind me and replicate a two-way post playmaker build from the past. Now let's go ahead and check out the build name to see what we created together. We should be getting these 3 comparisons on the screen right here. And if you made it exactly how I showed y'all, we have created the two-way inside out scorer together. Now again, let me know in the comments, what did y'all think about this build? Would you make any changes and adjustments? Now I think this is going to be the best replication of a two-way post playmaker build from recent 2Ks that we've seen. But again, I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and smashed that like button if you mess with this build. Now from here, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown of the actual badge counts and be sure of which layouts that we're going to be working with. Now from here, let's go ahead and wrap it up with the badges. So for the finishing, I'm going to go ahead and put on Limitless Takeoff, Pro Touch, and Slithery for tier 1. Now for tier 2, Back Down Punisher, Fearless Finisher, Posterizer, and then for tier 3, my core badge is going to be Bronze Bully. Now honestly, I think all of these badges work hand in hand with each other. Now I did end up choosing Bully over Fast Twitch Master and Rise Up, especially because of the animations that we do get. So you definitely need to get all of the badges equipped that are going to help you out on the inside, and I think Bully is going to be one of those. Now another badge I like, Back Down Punisher with Fearless Finisher and Posterizer. Now pair these up with the tier 1 badges, Limitless Takeoff, Protect, and Slithery, and I think this is definitely one of the best post scoring builds that you can possibly make. Now if you add extra badges, you do have the potential to get Postman Technician and Dream Shake on Hall of Fame, even when it comes down to Drop Stepper. But from here, let's go ahead and get into the shooting. Now for tier 1, I'm going Agent 3, Amped, Space Creator, Volume Shooter, and Midi Magician. Now these badges paired up with the mid-range as well as the post scoring, I think all of these are going to play a huge effect with the post scoring itself. Especially when it comes down to tier 2, we get Green Machine, and then for tier 3 we're still able to shoot threes, so Limitless Range is going to be the perfect takeover for this build. Now with the fact that we do have a lot of the post scoring when it comes down to the finishing, paired up with Midi Magician on Hall of Fame, and I think the badges are really going to work hand in hand with each other. Now with the playmaking, I'm going with Clamp Breaker and Handles for Days, and then for tier 2, I like Bailout, Quick First Step, Break Starter, and Vice Grip as my core badge on gold. Now this is what we're going to work with when it comes down to the playmaking. We have Quick First Step, so I think that's going to be important. But then we do get handles for days and client breaker, and I'm telling y'all, you'll definitely be able to dribble on this build, especially if you know what you are doing. Now with the defense, challenger, glove and interceptor, then from there box out beast, chase down artist and post lockdown, and I did make a few adjustments to use my badges towards anchor on bronze, and then my core badge is going to be silver rebound chaser. Now for the defense, we're able to defend on the inside, rebound, and even a little bit on the perimeter, especially with the physicals that we picked from. Now if you made this build exactly how I brought it to y'all, you definitely should be able to create these exact badge layouts. But again, I would appreciate it if everybody let me know in the comments what did y'all think about this build as well as the video. Now look, if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and I would appreciate it if everybody went ahead and smashed that like button, and be sure to comment down TG for thank God as well as where you tune in from watching today. But again, I just want to say thank God for another day and another opportunity, and with all that being said, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.